Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the Pulsar. Here's everything that we got today. Got all my tools, should be enough I reckon. Got an impact gun and a drill. Got my Visbella headlight restore kit, so we'll be doing a before and after on that. Got some brake cleaner. Got a few plastic clips to hopefully fix that up if it fits, because nothing's holding that in at the moment. I got some grease attack just in case I want to wash some things with a microfiber towel. I got the right side blinker to replace that, and the coolant overflow tank. Bit of tape off around there so I don't scratch the paint or the blinkers or anything. Here's the rims we'll be whacking on it. I've also got some red paint, and I'm going to paint the front calipers red. I thought we were going to paint the back calipers red, but turns out this has got drum brakes. Got a couple jack stands and a jack, and yeah, let's get into it. First things first, I'm going to have a crack at this front grille and front bumper. Alright, don't mind the background noise, but first things first, we'll pull out the grille. Just like that. Because nothing's holding it in except for one clip on that side there. And that one over this side's broken. But that shouldn't matter very much once everything's plugged in. So before, when I had a look earlier, this part here was pulled out like that, and there's a little crack there, see that? I don't want to make it worse, but it was bent down and banging up against the metal there, so that's what was causing it not being able to pull up. But these here, these little holes will be the first ones I'm plugging up. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright, we'll grab my little plugs. Get a couple out. This is what they look like. Another little bit goes in the middle of them, and spreads these two bits out apart so they can't come back out. So we'll push the bumper up this side. Try and push it in. Oh, they fit. I don't know how good, but they'll do. Just like that. I'm going to get all of them in place. So the hardest ones are going to be these corner ones, because they've got to go through three pieces. That one, this plastic one, and the metal bracket. I might just plug these ones up for now. They should be right. These little pieces that push in there. Oh. There we go. Push that in on this side. Already not going anywhere. Alright, now since that one's broken, that's fine. We'll just put this side in, which isn't broken, and try and line everything up as best as we can. Now I'll grab 4 more of these, line it up, push it in. Got this one over here. That one went in way too easy, but it's in all of them. Right, so now they're all sitting in there. I'll try and push them all in. A bit of persuasion. solid. Well, not really. Way better than what it was though. Everything's aligned. Alright, on to the next thing I'm going to tackle is the coolant overflow tank. That's fun. And this blinker. Let's get to it. Alright, so the only thing holding this in looks like that little bolt down there. Looks like the rest is all like slid in that. So I've got this because it's a fair weight in it, just so it makes it so much easier. Alright, I've got the bolt, keep it safe. I'm going to put in these little holes here. And looks like I'm going to need a pair of pliers. Under here. Oh no. Perfect. By hand. No way. Out she comes, bit of a plug here, a clip, don't want to break it. Could be brittle, don't want to take my chances. Out she comes. Nice, sweet. Get rid of that. And in with the new. Nice, look at that. Alright. Let's set it in there. Just like that. Perfect. Let's get the bolt in. Alright, so I got it in there. Tight, but not too tight, so be nice and snug. Now this hose is too short for some reason, but I'm just going to unplug it like that. Feed it through there. I need one of the plugs. Slide it on. So the hose is a bit shorter than the one that was on it, so I can't fully put it in this one that it was originally in. But that's fine, it already goes in one, keeps it away from anything and out of the way. Alright, so for the blinker, I'm not exactly sure how it comes out. There's nothing really on the back. So first thing I'm going to do is try and take the headlight out. I'm hoping there's nothing in there, which there probably is. No mile. I might be able to get something. Rather look. 2 bolts on top. Alright, now that they're out, we'll see what we can do. Okay. I'll go grab the old blinker and see what the mountings are. Alright, so this looks like it's literally just clipped in, like I can just pull it out. Alright, I've got a screwdriver, flathead. What's going on back here? Alright, so see what's going on. I just need to get my hand in there somehow and pinch it and pull out. That's one. Alright, so this one, there is a bolt right there somewhere, which is weird because my new headlight and my new blinker doesn't have that. Right down there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right there. Down in there, one more thing holding in somewhere. Alright, I've got it. There's a that's the blinker. You just gotta twist it and it's out, just like that. Alright, now we can see what's going on down in there and behind it all. So, behind the bumper and the blinker, it slides in there, them two holes there, and it slides in that little hole down there, and that's it. That's literally it. That little bolt is what holds the headlight up there like that. It doesn't have anything to do with the blinker, except for made it easier to get out once I took the bolt out. So I might try and put the bolt back in and just slide the new blinker in, because it should just slide in and then clip itself in the right way. So I'll tighten this bolt up and go from there. Alright, everything else on top lines up. These little holes there and there for the bolts to put in later. Give this little blinker a little bit of a wipe off, and then again with the microfiber towel, because some bulbs don't like it when you get the oils off of your fingers and they blow. Don't want that happening. Get the new blinker, put it in, try and twist it in. Right, that's in. Line it up. It should just push in. Let's give it a go. She's in. Look at that. Nice and not broken. Pull this bumper out of this little bit, like that. See, and when they've hit something that's broken, so I'm gonna have to figure out something to do with there. I'm thinking maybe a big washer, but I don't know yet. It's fine for now. Put the other bolts in on top. And that's it, that's that done. Alright, so now I'll just mask up the area on both sides, ready to restore the headlights. Alright, this side's done. It's not the best looking thing ever, but it'll do the job. It'll protect everything around it. And yeah, I'll do the same the other side, and then I'll give them a wipe off with a bit of brake clean. See how we go. Alright, got my brake clean. I'll give it a couple of sprays, little ones here and there. Find the wet corner on this. Spray a bit on that. Wipe it down, give it a good scrub. There you go, both sides are done and ready for me to go at it with the headlight restoration kit. But I'm losing daylight and I'm losing camera battery, so I might get on with it tomorrow. So that's all I'm doing for today. But we made some progress, so that's pretty good. I started late because I had a few visitors coming around. Here's everything I've got in my kit. So it comes with this bit. It goes on your drill. That little thing there, you screw that on it. That's Velcro. And you put that in your drill. This is the polishing pad. Sticks to that. Put some of this on it, and on the headlight, bit of polishing paste. But after, use some sandpaper. So I've got 2000 grit sandpaper in here. In here's also 1200 grit and 800 grit. So you start off with the 800 grit, and then you go to the 1200, then the 2000, and then polish it. But that's after you clean it up with a brake cleaner. And step 3 is a bit of protective liquid just to put over it. And hopefully they'll look like that afterwards. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow when we continue on this job. Alright, it's a brand new day. I've got floor mats now. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so I have the other 3 floor mats in. And this is the one that we wanted in mainly to cover up all this mess. Try and hide it best we can. Hopefully no one sees it, but get in there. Oh, look at that. Gone, hidden and perfect looking. Now that's 101 top tricks of how to rip someone off. No, I'm joking. But that's how to make a profit. Make sure they don't see all the flaws first before they give you the money, because they'll drop you down. Alright, next I'm gonna jack the car up, take all the wheels off, round up all the wheels, rims and tyres, and take them to get the tyres swapped over. And then when we come back, while everything's off, paint the front calipers, paint the drum brakes. Then the very last thing we're going to do in this video is restore the headlights. So let's get this thing up and off the ground. Alright, so now I'm going to take this wheel off and make sure the rim actually fits, and if it does, I'll take the other 3 off and take them to the tyre shop. Alright, now that I can get this off, just like that. You can see how small and rusted these brakes are, and how much cleaning up I've got to do if I want to paint them, paint the calipers. That's alright though. We'll see if these fit. As you can see, they fit on there pretty nice, but I need new lug nuts because these ones don't fit in the little holes. So that sucks, but we'll see what we can do. Alright, I've got all the wheels and tyres and rims loaded, ready for my tyre appointment. And while I'm there, I'll try and find some new lug nuts that fit these tiny holes in the rims. But anyway, I'll see you guys after my tyre appointment. Alright, the wheels are at the tyre shop, getting put on. Now, I'm going to take that drill, that kit, get a brake clean, and clean up this whole area, the calipers and everything, and get them ready for paint before we chuck the wheels on. And we also got these Hustler lock nuts, comes with its own socket. They should be plenty small enough to fit in them rims. We could only get black, which is a bit of a shame, but I reckon it'll still look really good. It's not the prettiest job in the world, but it'll protect. And let's start painting. Alright, that's coat number 1, and we'll do number 2 when this one dries. It's nice and tacky, it's ready for the second coat. Alright, now next is the third coat. Alright, it's nice and tacky again, ready for the third and last coat. Last coat's done, next is clear coat. Alright, it's nice and tacky, ready for the clear coat. If you're wondering, this is the red paint I'm using, caliper enamel. It's heat resistant up to 300 degrees Celsius. And the clear coat that I'm using is acrylic clear coat. Alright, the clear coat's done. When it's dry, I'll take off all the tape and I'll show you the finished product. Alright, so this is what they look like, finished product. I'm pretty happy with that. And we just got our wheels back. Look at that. Looks awesome. So since the old lug nuts didn't fit, we got these new ones. They're special lock nuts, and it comes with a special socket. They just fit in there. They look good. So let's get the first wheel on. Alright, look how good that looks. Much better. I'll do the other side off camera, but this is what it used to look like. But I'll do this side rear drum brake. I'll do it black with this heat proof black that I got. There's not much left in it, so I'll do a quick coat over both the rears. They don't really matter, but that's the showpiece right there. Alright, let's get on to that one. Alright, that's pretty decent. I'm happy with that, and we'll give it a quick coat of black and see how it goes. Alright, that looks heaps better. I'm happy with that. So when that gets tacky, I'll just give it a quick clear coat and that's done. So I'll do the other side, front and back, off camera. Put the wheels on. I'll show you what it looks like with the wheels on. And then the last thing to do on this episode is the headlights. Alright, I reckon we're ready for a clear coat. Alright, now when that dries, I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'll chuck the wheel on. Alright, that looks really good. I'm happy with that. Let's see what it looks like with the wheel on it. I don't know if you can see that well, but that looks really good. I'm happy with that. That's awesome. Alright, it's time to do the headlights. Got my kit, got my drill, got my spray bottle with water in it so I could wet sand it. And I'm losing daylight because I started late, but let's get into it. Alright, I'm going to start off with some 800 grit and work my way up. Alright, that honestly looks horrible, but it was my first time trying to restore a headlight, so it's not too bad. I don't know I don't know what happened there. I think we got a bit too crazy on the sandpaper and that, but everywhere else looks half decent. Looks better than the other side anyway. Do a little comparison. I'm going to do the other side, but I'm going to do it off camera, try to do a better job. Drop it on the ground and bring it out here and show you how it looks. Alright, this side looks so much better than the other side. I learnt my lesson with this one, did it carefully. Alright, that's it for this episode, guys. Thanks for watching and thanks for all your support on all my other videos. This is how the calipers look. And the rear drum brakes. They look pretty neat. The headlights aren't the best, mainly this one. This one's not too bad, still a bit foggy, but they look better than they did. Anyway, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.